different points of view, we get on well. We get on well together. Although we have different points of view, we get on well together. We get on well together.
Ders 187. Geçimli olma. Güçlü bir iş adamı ve Lovett parfümlerinin önemli bir ortağı olan Umberto Verdi, fabrikaya belirli aralıklarda yaptığı ziyaretlerden birini yapmaktadır. Adam Ross'un ofisine uğramıştır.
I've just been talking to Felicity King. She's doing a grand job. How do you like working for a woman, Adam?
You've touched my weak spot there. I found it very difficult at first. She has a very different style of working from Sam's.
But that's inevitable, isn't it?
Oh, of course, you're right. And we're working very well together now, in spite of our differences.
You must learn never to underestimate a woman, Adam.
I'm learning.
Although she's a little short of experience, Felicity King is a very shrewd businesswoman.
I'm learning that too.
But I don't think you realize how much she appreciates your judgment.
Well, she certainly doesn't show it.
I think she's a little frightened of you, Adam.
Repetition.
Now just listen. Şimdi yalnızca dinleyin.
In spite of our differences, we like each other.
Although we're very different, we get on well together.
We have different aims, and our attitudes are different. However, we work well together.
Aims,
Attitudes,
methods,
personalities,
backgrounds.
points of view.
We have different points of view.
In spite of this,
Even though this is true,
we respect each other.
in spite of the fact that
We are very different.
In spite of the fact that we are very different,
We make a good team.
Now listen and repeat each line. Her satırı tekrarlayın.
In spite of our differences, we like each other.
although we're very different, we get on well together.
We have different aims, and our attitudes are different. However, we work well together.
Aims,
Attitudes,
methods,
personalities,
backgrounds.
points of view.
We have different points of view.
In spite of this,
Even though this is true,
we respect each other.
in spite of the fact that
We are very different.
in spite of the fact that we are very different,
We make a good team.
practice.
Exercise 2. Compatibility.
Geçimli olma. Here are the people talking about their husbands and wives.
Nora. My husband grew up in a rich family in London, but my father was a farmer, and we never had much money. I don't think it makes much difference, though. In spite of our different backgrounds, we have very similar attitudes. We agree on most things. James.
Oh, yes. We get on very well, my wife and I, except at election time. The fact is, we have totally different political opinions, but we never talk about politics during the rest of the year. It's a funny thing. Although our opinions are so different, we actually get on very well. Most of the time.
Marjorie. My husband and I have very different personalities. I like to be with people all the time. I like dancing and going to parties. And I talk a lot. But my husband is very quiet. He reads books and likes to go fishing. But we make a very good team. When we go to friends' houses, I do all the talking and he just listens. He's a very good listener. He says he likes it that way because he never knows what to say anyway. Patrick.
My wife and I have the same ideas about children. We agree about most things. Mind you, although we have the same point of view, we don't always agree about the best methods to use. I suppose it's because of our different backgrounds. She's very like her mother, and I'm very like my father.
Monica.
Charles and I have very similar backgrounds. We both grew up in the country and we both went to boarding schools. Actually, we've known each other since we were 17, so we know each other's ideas and attitudes very well. But I don't want you to think that we have the same ideas and attitudes just because we have the same background. I think the reason we're so happy together is that we're actually very different.
Exercise 3. Pronunciation.
Şu sözcüklerden hangilerinin ünlü sesleri aynıdır? Gerektiğinde bandı durdurun.
Show, sew, screw, shoe, lose, nose.
Bath. Half. Part. Last. Car. Care.
Late. Eight. Night. White. Fight. Bite.
Know. Show. Grow. Fought. Though. Toe.
Blue, choose, fuss, fuse, true, few.
And now sing this song.
In spite of our different points of view, we get on well. We get on well together. Although we have different points of view, we get on well together. We get on well together.
And that's the end of lesson 187. 187. dersin sonu.
Lesson 188.
He thinks very highly of you.
What do you think of them? What's your opinion? I like them very much indeed. I admire them very much indeed. I respect this kind of thing very much indeed. What do you think of them? What's your opinion?
Ders 188. Olumlu düşünceler. Maria Verdi, babasının İngiltere gezisinden yararlanarak Ben Lovett'ı görmeye gelmiştir. Londra'daki Tate Galerisi'ni gezmektedirler.
think of that picture, Ben?
It's extraordinary.
It looks as if the artist has just cut out 6 square meters of the road and pavement and stuck it on the wall.
It's very realistic.
How did he do it? I suppose it's done with fiberglass and molds and things.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Am I boring you?
Oh, no, far from it. You never bore me.
You're very quiet.
There's something I want to ask you.
It sounds very serious.
Maria, what does your father think of me?
He thinks very highly of you. What a curious question. You know he thinks the world of you.
Will you marry me, Maria?
Oh, Ben.
Oh, will you?
Yes, of course. But what has it got to do with my father?
Repetition.
Now listen and repeat. Şimdi dinleyin ve tekrarlayın.
Painting.
Painter.
Sculpture.
Sculptor.
Book.
Writer.
Music.
Composer.
What do you think of them?
What's your opinion of them?
I think very highly of them.
I have the highest opinion of them. I have the highest opinion of them.
I like this kind of thing very much. I like this kind of thing very much.
I like this sort of work very much. I like this sort of work very much.
I respect this kind of artist.
Very much indeed.
I respect this kind of artist very much indeed.
I think he's outstanding.
I think his work is first class. I think his work is first class.
In my opinion,
the quality of these artists is exceptional.
The quality of these artists is exceptional.
Practice.
Exercise 1. Favorite things.
Listen to the people talking about their favorite things. Onların en çok sevdiği şeyler. Then give your opinion. Dinleyin ve düşüncelerinizi belirtin.
First, we asked the people we interviewed about their favorite books.
I think Oliver Twist is an outstanding book.
In my opinion, Ulysses by James Joyce is first class.
What is your favorite book? Then we asked people to name their favorite composers.
I don't have an opinion.
I respect the work of Vivaldi very much indeed.
Who is your favorite composer? And then we asked about pieces of music.
Round about midnight, I admire Thelonious Monk very much indeed.
I think The Four Seasons by Vivaldi is exceptional.
What's your favorite piece of music? Next, we asked about TV programs.
I love Crossroads.
I like That's Life very much.
And what's your favorite television program? Finally, we asked about painters.
I think very highly of Patrick Caulfield.
Picasso. I think he's absolutely fantastic.
And who is your favourite painter? Exercise 2. Very much.
Now repeat these phrases. Şu sözleri tekrarlayın.
The first group.
I like it very much.
I like this work very much.
I like this kind of work very much.
I like looking at this kind of work very much.
The second group.
I admire him very much.
I admire this artist very much.
I admire this kind of artist very much.
I admire pictures by this kind of artist very much.
The third group.
I respect them very much.
I respect these books very much.
I respect these kinds of books very much.
I respect people who write these kinds of books very much.
And now, here's the song.
What do you think of them? What's your opinion? I like them very much indeed. I admire them very much indeed. I respect this kind of thing very much indeed. What do you think of them? What's your opinion?
And that's the end of lesson 188. 188. dersin sonu.